Namaskar, it's me Raju Gautam. Welcome to our second episode of digital class. So I'm a teacher of primary level and I'm teaching science in Biswati. Today I'm going to teach for second episode of class 3, subject science, unit is 2, and the topic name is shelter of animals. Again listen very carefully, shelter of animals. Now dear students, please remember one thing, that each and every animals, again listen very carefully, each and every animals, they need a shelter for living, like us. My dear students, you or either me or any other animals, they need a shelter. Shelter means home of animals. We are also an animal. We are called a social animal. So shelter is a home of animals. I think you are clear with this word shelter now. Shelter means a home of animals. Home. Okay. Like you live in your home. Me, I live in my own home. So similar like this, all the animals, they have got their own homes. Now some of the animals, now my dear students, you know that some of the animals, they live on land, some of the animals, they live inside the water. Now in water they are called aquatic animals. Similarly in water they are called aquatic animals. Many animals are found inside the water. Now water is the home of aquatic animals. Now those animals which live on land, they are called terrestrial animals and they live in a shelter. Now basically my dear students, you should know that most of the animals, they build their own home by themselves. Most of them they build their own home by themselves. Home means shelter. Please remember this one, okay? Home means shelter. Now many animals, they need a home and they build a home by themselves. Today we are going to study about a certain animals which lives and makes their own types of homes, and some of the animals, they do not make their own homes. Like example I have given already in the previous speech. I have said that most of the animals, they are found inside the water also. Aquatic animals, they do not need any home because they are living inside the water. But other animals, they need a home. Now let us discuss some of the animals, they live in their homes and what type of homes they have got, what type of shelters they are called. Now some animals make their own home. As I have said, some animals make their own home. Now my dear students, please see here. Point number 1 is there. Some animals make their own home. This definition later on we can discuss. Now at first this one, some animals make their own home. Now look at here, sparrow. I think the picture is not that much clear, but sparrow. A sparrow lives in a nest. Example, a bird. Now you imagine that where do the birds live? Where do the birds live? My dear students, you know the answer. That birds, they live in the nest. The birds, they live in the nest. Second one, a weaver bird. You know very well this one. A weaving bird lives in a nest. They used to weave their nest by themselves. Okay, in the betel tree you may have seen that long one nest. Okay, that is weaved by the weaving bird. Similarly, a woodpecker lives in a hole. Hole means not any type of hole, not in a building hole or not in a hole of anything, but they used to make a hole inside the wood. Okay, now similarly a spider lives in a web. My dear students, you are very much familiar with the spider. Spider means makura in Nepali. They live in what? They live in a webs. Let us demonstrate you. Like example here. Okay, I'm going to make one webs. Very simple one and very easy to make webs like this. Look here. My dear students, this one. It is called a spider web. Look, like this. They used to make a web, spider web. Spiders, they live here. It is the home of a spider. Now a swallow means a bird, lives in a muddy home. They used to make a house, okay, means home with a muddy. Now next one, termites. Termites makes mound of sand. Mound of sand means just like, I would like to give you a demonstration, another one, okay, just like this one, mound. Here it will be a hole, plenty of holes here, it will be termites, okay. This will be a hole to go through inside it. This one, it is made of a mud, okay. Now that is called a mound, okay. This one it is called a mounds. Now I think this one is clear, my dear students, for you. Now next one, we make home for some animals. Now some of the animals which are very much familiar and very much common to us, which are staying along with us in our home, or we used to rear them, or we used to make their houses. Now let us discuss about it. We make home for some animals. Now what type of animals do we make homes for them? Example, very good example, my dear students, you know the answer. The answer is dog. A dog lives in a kennel. Cows, okay, now cows live in a shed, you know very well, isn't it? Even the buffalo, they live in a shed. Horse, they live in a stable. I think you are very much clear with this type of homes. A dog live in a kennel. Now similarly like this, hens live in a coop. I think you know very well about it, okay. Now this one. Now these are some of the examples of animals for which we used to make their homes. Now next one, some animals live in natural shelter. Shelter means home, okay. My dear students, you should know this one. Shelter means what? Home of animals. Now some animals live in a natural shelter, okay, natural shelter. Like imagine lion. Where do you think that lion is going to live? My dear students, they live in a den, okay. The house of a lion is called a den. They used to make their den by themselves? No, they do not make their home by themselves. That's why it is called a natural shelter, natural home, okay. Example is here. Lions live in a den. A monkey lives on a branches of a trees, okay. Monkeys, they live on the branches of a trees. Elephants also lives in under the tree. Similarly like this, a rabbit lives in a burrow. Now rabbits, they live in a burrow. Snakes, they live in a hole. Rat also, okay, my dear students, listen very carefully. Rats are also, they live in a hole. Now rats, they used to dig a hole and they used to make it by themselves, okay. Now a fox live in a cave. A fox also, they live in a cave. But similarly like this, my dear students, you should know that a fox also, they used to build their home by themselves. Means they built their shelter by themselves. That's why a fox lives in a cave, inside the cave of a mud, okay. They used to dig a mud and they used to live inside it. Now dear students, here I have already said that some animals live in water, okay. Now water is very different, my dear friend. Okay, some animals live in water. Some animals, they live in water. Now examples are here. It's given crocodile, hippopotamus, fish, seahorse, octopus and whale. Now remember, my dear friends, that crocodile and hippopotamus, they are amphibians, okay. They are amphibians, means they do not live in water also, but they can live on land also. They do not live in water only, but they can live on land also. Hippopotamus and crocodile, okay, these two. But fish, seahorse, octopus and whale, they live inside the water, okay. So that's why water is their what? Home, okay. Water is the shelter of the aquatic animals, okay, aquatic animals. Now these are the examples regarding the animals which live in water. Now next one, my dear friends, here some animals live in bushes and grasses. Now in bushes and grasses, my dear students, what type of animals they live inside the bushes and grasses? Basically we know that most of the insects, they live inside the bushes or grasses. Most of the insects. Now there it is given here, scorpion. Scorpion, here it is given, and grasshopper, that is called potengro, okay. Scorpion means in Nepali bichi, Okay, scorpion. In Nepali it is called a bichi, and grasshopper means photengro. And here it is given here. Okay, H-A-R-E here. Here means rabbit. Okay, wild rabbit. Okay, now this one. Now this one, bushes. Okay, and grasses. But some of the birds also they live in the bushes and grasses. Okay, some of the birds. It doesn't mean that all the birds they build a nest on the trees. It does not mean that. Okay, now some of the birds they live in the bushes and grasses. Okay, bushes and grasses. Now these are very common. Now point number 5 here, my dear students. Here it is given, some animals carry their own home. Okay, this is the one very good example for you for this one. Some animals carry their own home. Okay, my dear students, what are animals they used to carry their own home? Means the animals which carry their own homes on their back. Okay, like snail. Snails is the best example for this one, because snail, why I am saying snail, because you are very much familiar and it is very much common and we can see it in our surrounding also. Snails, they carry their own home. They are you can see it on the top of that snail. This one, it is a hard shell. Inside this shell, these type of animals they stay in. So that's why it is called their own home they used to carry. Next one, very good example, my dear student, is tortoise, or you can say it turtle also. Okay, tortoise and turtle, now they used to carry their own homes on their back. They used to carry their own homes on their back. Now these are the examples. Some animals carry their own home, means they carry their own home by themselves. Okay, now home means shelter. Again, I would like to remind you, my dear students, home means shelter, because we are discussing about the shelter topic. Now next one, this one is very common. Okay, now my dear students, I have said that animals they live in a shelter. They live in what? They live in shelter. Now similarly like this, I have said that some of the animals they live inside the water and most of them they live on the land. Now those animals which live on land, okay, which live on land, they have got their own homes. Okay, now they have got their own homes. Some of the animals they carry their own homes. Okay, some of the animals they live in bushes or grasses. Some of the animals they build their own homes. Some of the animals live in the natural shelter. Shelter means home. Okay, these things are the basic things and very important things that you should remember. Okay, these are the basic things, and the most important thing regarding this one is definition. The place where animals live is called shelter. Okay, as I have said that shelter means what? Home of animals. Okay, home of animals. Okay, now home of animals. The place where animals live is called shelter. Okay, shelter means home. This should be common for you. Okay, now home means common word. Home is common word. Shelter means home. This you should know it. Now my dear students, I have got certain homeworks for my dear students. Only certain homeworks, only few. I have given only A, B, C and D, so that you can do it at home and let me know how much you have understood, okay, from this lesson. Because if I give you homework, then let me know how much you have understood, and if I give a homework, then I will know that you have understood or not. Okay, now here question number 1 in a homework is, what is shelter? Okay, the definition is here. Okay, the definition is here. What is shelter? Next one, where do fishes live? Just now I have said that aquatic animals they live in the water. Fish here, where do they live? They live inside the water. Okay, they live inside the water. Next one, why do animals need shelter? Now my dear students, most of the animals they carry their homes. Okay, but other animals they need a home. Animals they need a home to protect themselves. Either it may be from wind or from the sun or from the rain or from the enemies. Okay, again listen very carefully, my dear students. Why do animals need shelter? Okay, as there is no space to write down, so I would like to remind you again. Animals they need shelter to protect themselves from rain, okay, sun, wind, enemies, and so on. You can ask help from your parents. You can ask help from your parents. Now, question number D, this one homework, very simple, my dear students. Draw the pictures of any two animals. Okay, draw the picture of any two animals with their shelter. I need this one, okay, because draw the pictures of any two animals with their shelters, because drawing is one of the most interesting thing in science subject. Okay, drawing is one of the most interesting thing in science subject. Okay, my dear students, please, I would like to remind you again, this will be your homework, okay, and let me know how much you have understood today. Okay, how much you have understood today. Okay, so be safe, stay at home, and take care of yourself. See you in next episode, in episode number 3. Until then, namaskar.